Welcome to EcoCard Solution. This video will cover on the SST training for US accounting. Now, if you have downloaded or you have received an earlier version of the training material, kindly download the latest version by logging into our system. And to do that, okay, what you need to do is go to the login screen. Okay, download the PDF over here. Okay, all you have to do is just click on this link, all right, and you can download that latest PDF document. Now, I'll run through the PDF. Okay, if you are watching this video, it is likely you have clicked onto this video link. Now, I'll run through the PDF document, then I will make cross-reference with each of the respective section to the areas of this screen. Okay, our system, yes, accounting. Okay, to those respective areas. Now, so the first thing is that first thing is that I would like to introduce you our new tax code. Custom has not given us any guideline on what tax code to use. Therefore, we decided to use this. And yeah, some of the tax code we have already implemented a couple of weeks ago, and we have discovered something new, and therefore we have introduced those new tax code. Therefore, if you have updated, if you have updated some tax code before, reapply the update again. Okay. Now to reapply the update, what you need to do is go to SST, all right, install SST tax code. Okay, and you'll see new tax code available here. All you have to do is just click here, okay, install new tax code, and it's done. Now you will see a status like this. That means that I have already uploaded the tax code. Okay, so that's all you need to do. Now, moving forward, once you have done that part, okay, there are a few more things that you need to do. Okay, now you notice that these are the tax code settings that you need to do. Um, Observe that the SST6, okay, it is always pointing to control account. Okay, some of them call it provision account, some we call it a control account, and all the other tax code points to SST due account. Okay, so how do you do the setting? How do you change all the tax code to point to due account? Now, to do that, okay, go to the SST tax schedule maintenance. Okay, click on to maintain. Okay, list tax code. All right, and from the list tax code, assuming you are making the change for OUD 5, okay, all you have to do is just change this to point to due account, control account, whichever way you want it to be. Okay, so once I've done that, then you are ready to go. To find the list, once let's say I've change this to due account, right? Update and go back to my list tax code, and you see that the which account be assigned to will be listed over here. Okay, and the percentage involved. All right, so you should set up something similar to this setup. Okay, now once you've done the setting, next is that you need to perform other setups. Okay, like define the control accounts and due account. First, you need to define the control account and the due account before you can actually perform these things. Okay, so do that first. You can perform the earlier slides. Then you need to change the tariff codes to point to this respective control account. All right, by default, it point to the GST output tax. Okay, so then once I've done the part, you assign the SST account to each and every SST tax code, and you need to inform the system whether you have an SST or no SST at all. Okay. Now, December 2018, okay, you can remove the GST tax code if you don't want to see the listing too long. Okay, too many tax code, you can do that. To remove the tax code, what you need to do is that, okay, assuming you find the list of tax code over here too long for you. You want to reduce the list of the tax code over here. All right. So what, assuming I want to take out the OS, to remove the OS, what I need to do is go to tax schedule maintenance, maintain, list tax code, OS, that's over here, delete. Okay, it's gone. Okay. So in December, you can remove all the GST tax code, including SRTX0 and so on. Okay, and only leave the SST tax code. All right. So if you don't have SST tax code, fine, you don't have to do anything tax codes. Okay. Now, then followed by the setup. You need to do this step 2, okay, SST setup. You need to inform the system whether you have an SST or you don't have SST. Okay. Now, once you have a SST, make sure you assign the SST control account and the due account. Which one is the due account? Which one is the control account? All right. So because this, when you close the SST time, it will post accounting entries based on whatever setup you have done over here. Okay. So I'm going to go through this in more detail in the subsequent pages. Now, we have introduced SST6 and CST6. Okay. What's the difference? For SST6, it's actually a credit sales. So what happens is that the accounting entries will be debit, debtor, okay, credit, sales, and credit SST control account. Upon receipt of payment, because it's on a payment basis, you credit the debtor 106 and debit the bank 106. Now, the $6 doesn't get transferred out to the due account. Okay, you only get transferred out to the due account when you close the SST month. Okay, so therefore, but for cash sales, okay, it is treated differently. Okay, it is treated like other tax codes. Okay, like sales tax, whereby it is credit immediately to the due account. Okay, so and for when you close the SST6, you will not consider the CST6 in the accounting entries. Okay, because you have already posted already. Okay, so this is the difference. Next, now we notice that the SST is quite different from the GST. Okay, um, and there are companies that provide both sales tax and service tax. Okay, at the same time, and and under that scenario, okay, how our system right now is designed to handle that scenario. We can handle both scenario at the same time. Okay, if you are just a service tax, fine. Okay, you use assist, no change, no difference. Sales tax is the same thing too. Okay, so we handle both scenario. Now, from the control perspective, okay, um, it is very important if you are doing service tax SST6. Okay, um, once you close the invoice, once you close the SST, you cannot edit it anymore. Okay, so um, but the only difference is that is for sales tax related tax codes. But for SST6 tax code, you can continue to edit it until the payment is received and you have offset it, okay, and the period is closed. Okay, so you can continue to edit the sales invoice, but once the sales invoice has been received payment, has been offsetted, and the period is also closed, under these 3 criteria must be met, then you cannot edit. the sales invoice anymore, right? In SST, sorry, in GST period, okay. Um, sorry, there's a typo. This is supposed to be SST, not GST. Now, in GST period, in GST environment, you'll find that um, when you close the GST, all transactions during that month, you cannot edit anymore, respectively. But for SST, for SST, in this case, for service tax, you can continue to edit even the month is closed, okay? But once you receive payment, you cannot make any amendments anymore, okay? So that would be the difference. Now, SST closed month, okay? During the transitional period from now until December, you must close the GST period first, okay? Then followed by the SST month close, okay? From 2019 onwards, you do not need to close GST anymore, okay? Now, during this period, okay, always perform your backup before you actually close the SST and GST, okay? All right, these are the steps that you need to take, okay? Now, due to the service tax complexity, there's certain things that we do not support due to the complications involved. Try to avoid SST6 tax code at receipt general entries. If you really need to use them there, okay, then you need to handle it manually in the SST024. Okay, so make sure this is an important point. Okay, our system do not handle it at the receipt and general entry. SST6 tax code is not supported. Second, make sure when you receive, okay, payment, right, from your customer, especially for those service tax customer, um, service tax companies, you make sure that they are offset to the invoice. These include the credit note, right? So these are the things that you need to watch out for. And whereby payments, okay, more than 12 or sales that is more than 12 months have not received any payment, okay, then you need to the system do not account for it. All right, this is very important, especially for SST6 related transaction, okay, for service tax companies, right? And this needs to be handled manually, okay. All right, now all the tax code that we have introduced earlier, okay, you see that we have map it according to the respective columns, okay, where the tax code will be applied and used, okay. For SST 0, 5, 10, it will come out in this column. OUD, um, it will be own use or dispose, and SST6 and CST6, okay, will come out in this respective column, okay. Similarly, your section item 11 in SST02, the computation will be as per following: SST5 plus OUD5 and etc. Okay. Now let's go back to the next one. This is the as per the SST02 form, 18A is basically uh, exempted. Okay, export or special area designated. That means you sell something to a designated area where SST is been exempted. Under normal circumstances, you need to pay for it. Okay, so different tax code. If you use different tax code, it will be applied for person, okay, or manufacturer. So you need to know this tax code to apply accordingly. Okay. Now, similar to 19, 20, and 21. EPC is for different tax code. EPCO is for EPCO different tax code. For 2021 is EPCS. Okay, so that's how we have designed our system to work in this way. Now, I'm going to do a demo. Okay, but before you actually um, perform any issue any invoices, first of all, you need to maintain the tariff code maintenance. What we have created over here is actually um, 3 examples. The tariff code, I believe, is something in here. Let me check. Customs. Let me check. Um, ah, okay, this will be the one of the code to use. Okay, I'm not sure if you ask me whether to use this code or in combination with this. I'm not too sure. The guideline is not very clear. Okay, that we are not able to find out. Okay, so type in if it is this one. Okay, then what you need to do is type in zero two dot 0. I can't remember what is it. Let me check with this again. Okay, 0106. Okay, 020 01601. Okay, 01. Life B. Okay, and then once you have done that, you set up all those tariff code that is related to you. Click onto the add button, and you will have the live B over here. Okay, so when you issue invoice, go to sales invoice. You will see a tariff code appearing over here. Make sure you type in, okay, key in the tariff code. All right. When you do that, the system will automatically populate the okay, populate, compile and populate to the respective area over here for you. Okay, all this. Okay, for live B. Okay, how much was what is the description, and also the value of work. Okay, sold, goods sold, and the services, the tax code they use. Okay, the respective tax code, it will populate here according for you. Okay, and it will perform all the computation below for you too. Okay, so you don't have to do the manual work. Now what? So once you're done that, okay, then okay, you key in the tax code. Um, you key in the tax code and you perform your sales invoice as per normal. If you don't have a tax code, you can leave it blank. Okay, tax code, you can select anything you want over here or the one that's relevant to you. Okay, and according to the tariff code. Okay, so that's what you need to do. So that's the only additional thing that you need to do from the normal operation. Set up, as I mentioned before, you need to set up here. Okay, and then go to the tariff code, maintain the list of those tariff code. All right, and then the rest of them you do not need to do anything else. Now Now I'm going to go back to, now I'm going to go to the normal operation, meaning I want to close my SST month. I want to generate the GST02, sorry, SST02. Okay, so to close the month, come here. Right now it's in December. Okay, if I want to roll back to my September, I can go to SST rollback month. Okay, this is make sure it confirms everything is okay. Done. Now, okay, done. Okay. Now, in our system, what we have created, okay, is actually one sales invoice. All right, one sales invoice, SST5 and SST6. Okay, and with the same tariff code. All right. So, so from here, okay, and we also have one receipt. Okay, sorry, one receipt of 2,000. Okay, from 4CS. Okay, and and um, and then we have also one SST credit note. Okay, now note that this is in October. Okay, my sales is actually in September. Okay, and I've got a credit note in November. All right, of 1,000. All right. So now I want to generate a SST02. What the system does is that once you go into the page, you will actually calculate for the next closing month. So in September, my sales was 3,000. Why 3,000? Because my sales invoice, okay, let me close this. Okay, my SST5 is immediately due. Okay, therefore, that's 3,000. If I want to know the details of this transaction, all I have to do is click onto this one, and you see the details of the transaction. Okay, and you find that what is the bill sale, okay, and the amount, and the offset bill number, since it's as a sales transaction, is not related. Okay, if I want to, let's say, reload, you can see the green links over here. Okay, all those green links means it's clickable. You can get the detail by drilling down. Click on here, you'll see that the detail comes up. Okay, so I'm happy. I've got 3,000. Okay, my sales is basically 3,000. Or naturally, I want to pay government that 150 ringgit. Okay, so what I need to do is just close. Okay, once you close, that's it. Okay, the system automatically calculate for you the next month. Okay, October. Now, October, you receive money from your customer of 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 naturally, you find that um, value of services is sorry, not 1,000. You receive money 2,000. Okay, so go back to the SST close month. You see that I want to see detail. You click on to this, and the same thing will show it to you. Now, there is additional information. Offset bill number, which transaction was used to offset, and what is the offset amount. Okay, the amount of tax value and the tax amount to pay. Okay, so these are the additional information. Similarly, you can click here to get the details. All right, I've shown to you how to roll back also. Okay, roll back, double click here, copy, and then submit. right? Now I'm not going to do that. I've shown to you earlier already, so I don't need to do that again. So now this is the close SST month. Okay, roll back. Now I want to generate SST for 2 months. Okay, go to SST, generate SST02. Similarly, indicate the period. Okay, 2018, okay, 09, 2018, 10. If this is your period, okay, and you click generate, you give it the data. Similarly, you can have a drill round listing over here too. Okay, so this is how the GST work. If you have any questions, you can contact us. We'll guide you how to use the system. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.